Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So I got a lot of stuff going on this week. We got this big snowstorm coming across the country. We're looking at getting like 15 plus inches of snow, and the tractor's sitting outside with a snowblower on it, and I'd like to get it in the barn. But first I got to get this welding table that I can't really move by hand in place of the old welding table. So that's today's project. It's probably going to take a couple days. All right, so I already used this monster Makita with the wire wheel on it, and I got the top pretty much rust free. I'm still going to go over it with probably a flap disc or maybe an inline sander to clean it up even more. Use the smaller grinder, and I got all the edges all the way around just to knock all the loose crud off of it, because I plan on putting some like black implement paint on here. I still got to clean this bottom shelf off. It's got loads of crud all over it. I torched, so there was this another shelf just like this on the bottom. But it kind of makes the floor space unusable underneath it, because I want to be able to roll things like on these little carts here like that. So I want to be able to put stuff on those to roll underneath this bench. So I'm going to make adjustable feet, just using some angle iron to go over top of it and put some slots in it with some bolts, and then probably actually even tack weld those in place once it's all leveled up. Putting the measurement up here, it's coming out 132, 130, somewhere in there. I'm betting it's supposed to be 1/8 inch, and there's just some boogered up edges. Anyway, it does have a slight bow in it this way, all right? And I think that's because it wasn't tacked. You can see up here, there's a pretty big gap. I don't even know. So there's no gap up here, and a big gap in the middle. You can see it pretty good on that one. Anyway, so I think I'm going to take that monster C3 vise right there, set it in the middle of the plate, get up under here, and throw some tack welds in it. I'd like this to be as flat as possible. I already put an 8-foot level on it, and it's not perfect by any means, but it sure beats this other one. So this other one, not only is it smaller, it's less than 4 feet wide by about 6 feet long, but it's a bunch of the C-channel just welded all up into a table form. And for me, not actually purchasing it specifically for this, it's worked just fine. But that thing is going to be amazing. And it's already got these hooks on one end, so I'll be able to hang, grinders or whatever off of here. Same thing, I can use this shelf here for, steel stock, anything else. I just got done scraping the lower shelf. Quite a bit of crud, and I figure, you know what? I'm hoping to only do this once. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel it. And it's gonna be dusty. So I'm gonna try to set this up so that it's not quite so dusty. There's not a lot of airflow in this barn right now. When I did the top shelf, it was outside. Top shelf and all of the edges, it was outside. Wow, dusty. Oh geez. Half tempted to open the door and put a couple big fans in here, but that's what I got going on outside right now. All right, so I've let this barn just sit here for 45 minutes, and it's still so dusty in here. I don't want to breathe this, so I don't want to open the doors. We got a decent breeze outside, and fortunately this is in-floor radiant heat, so it's not going to stay cold for long. And it's only like 25 degrees out, but I have got to get this cleared out here, otherwise I just can't work. Oh yeah. What a difference. Okay, been about an hour, hour and a half. There's still a little bit of a haze in here. I can still smell the dust, but it's not nearly as bad as it was, and it's finally a little bit warmer in here after opening up the doors. Anyway, so just so you have an idea of what's going on here, this is 2" by 3" angle, all right, and this is 3" by 3" angles. So this one's just to represent the legs, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3" angle, throw it through the chop saw over there, sorry, the bandsaw, cut 6" chunks off. On the legs, again, this is just a representation. On the legs, I'm going to round off this corner. That way it sits flush inside of here. And then I'll marry them up in position, clamp it down, drill 2 holes about 4 inches apart. I think I'm just going to go with a 3/8 hole. 2 holes through both sides of the steel, then use the cutoff wheel and slot that out so that I have an adjustable slot. That way the legs can be adjusted up or down, because the floor, where the floor is at, is pretty level, but I want this table to be almost exactly level. I don't want to deal with shimming the legs. This thing is stupid heavy. So first thing I got to do is clean up my torch marks on the bottoms here. Okay, check back in on that in a little bit. Well, it'll let us know because it'll go clunk. That way I have a piece to check this as I'm going, the roundness of the corners. Told you she'd let us know. So I know it's hard to see in this lighting, but this is what I'm talking about down here. This leg needs to be rounded here, so that's what we're doing. And it's darn close. Really close. That's only going to take a little bit of cleaning up there. All right, so far I've got 4 pieces cut. 4 legs are ground and ready. I'm going to have to let the jack down and then jack up the other side. All right, so we got all of our stuff cleaned up here, 6 of each. These are going to be the foot pads, so these will get welded on. They're 3" by 3" approximately, so I'm just going to do a bead on the inside, and that'll be the foot pad. Next, I got to get these marked up. I think I'm going to put the holes about 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and then I'll cut out a 3" slit. And if I do the same thing on the actual legs, that should give me about just under, minus the width of the bolt, should give me, almost 6 inches of travel up and down to adjust the height of the table and adjust the legs. I could go 1.5 inches and 4.5 inches. Go. That'll work. So now what I'm going to do is just clamp these on, making this tougher than it needs to be. Okay. All right, I'm just going to drill a pilot hole in these, then I'll take the movable feet, or the movable pieces off, take them over to the drill press, and then hog out the other ones on site. All right, so a couple days later now, and as usual, nothing has gone as planned. I already got 3 of the sliding foot adapters drilled out. These just have the pilot holes in them still. So I'm just going to do a quick shot of how I'm doing this, and I'm still trying to figure out whether I want to, once I drill my 7/16 holes, drill them out, do I want to use an angle grinder or a cutoff wheel to open up the slot here? I was kind of thinking of using the plasma cutter, but I kind of forgot that I have a mill. So I might try that with the mill just to see how it goes, but I know the mill is going to probably be the slowest. But we'll get to it. We'll figure it out. We got those, the sliding feet extensions, whatever you want to call them. Those, the holes are drilled. And when I mentioned that the last couple days kind of slipped by and I didn't really get anything done that I was looking to get done, now I'm only like 4 hours away from that monster storm that's coming in. I really want to get the tractor inside before it starts getting snowed in. So what I'm going to do, the biggest thing is just getting the new table in place of the old table. So I'm going to jack this guy up. I'm going to put some of the furniture dollies under it so I can slide it around. This thing's heavy. I can't believe how heavy it is. But I'll get it on some wheels, slide it over here, get everything taken off the old table, just set it aside, get the old table out of here, get the new table in position, and then I can finish the work that I need to do on it while it's in position. That should be far enough. We got to get everything off of this guy. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. 3 and 4. All right. This guy's up on wheels. Wow. This could be the last time this chunk of concrete ever sees a broom. So I think once this table's in place, probably never going to sweep under there again. Move, bud. I think I'm going to call that good for position. I get plenty of space all the way around. Can work at one table, work at the other table. If I have a welder sitting in here, I still have enough room to walk around. Cutoff saw is going to go back over there. Vise is going to go over here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Cool. Quick break here.